Hello creator, welcome to you. Hope you're doing well and staying cool in this hot environment on through. It's so nice, I gotta tell you, I love the heat. However, I got an amazing phone call the other day, and here in Ontario, I say, we may have a doctor. However, I couldn't even believe it because I've been on a list for like 4 years and a high pry. However, I got pushed aside without no rhyme. So I'm here to just, maybe talk you on through on how to advocate for you in the best way, moving forward in this beautiful existence in, free care. I'm not going to add anything else in front of that, but you know where I'm going with that. So I got a call, and you have to be able to put in your, not credentials, but your whole, who you are, where you're from, how many kids and all these jazz, your past medical history. So you have to go in and do the paperwork for, what did they call it? Intake forms is what it was. Intake forms. So we had to do our intake forms. Perfect. I just asked about mine and what happened to that. And they said, we only have your children. And I said, funny because I've been waiting for healthcare and I'm a high pry. And I told them my background on the reason why it's high priority. And I was wondering why not high priority got ahead of time, and you guys didn't even know that I needed a healthcare physician. And so the person who called and inquired started really rapidly looking, put me on hold, and figured out what was going on. And I got in touch with a little bit of a higher level of knowledge, I'm going to say. And then she did state that both my kids are offered to go there to have their needs health-wise met by a practitioner here. And I am grateful, because it has been, again, over 4 years. However, this past year, I had to pay $1,400 because I needed to get my health intact and started aligned and situated with certain things, imaging, pictures, blood work, to make sure everything I was doing was making me healthier and fit. Financially, that came out of my pocket on top of the 43% taxes I pay for my health to be taken seriously, I say. So advocate along the way, and this is what I did. I said, hopefully we can move forward, and I'm fine with doing the intake forms, but I will be the first one who comes to the office to see what kind of medical practice you guys will be offering, as I am going to be a patient, but you will be, I'm pretty much coming to meet the practitioner to interview her or him, to see if our ideas and modalities of healthcare and whole health vitality, how you would operate and what you would be offering myself and my family to be able to sustain that. And that's what I said. Now, understand the response to that was, I'm sorry, pardon? Can you say that again? And I'm like, I know it kind of was like off-putting. Not really off-putting. I didn't say off-putting. I said I know it was kind of out of there. And maybe you haven't heard this before, but, over the last 5-6 years, things have been really crazy with getting healthcare. And I'm ex-military. I've gone from coast to coast to the middle to Alberta, and I've experienced healthcare in different provinces. And to be real with you, it's important that each one of us knows our own general health so our systems don't become overrun as they are now. So I've done my due diligence with that and really learned general health, and now I really am seeking a practitioner that and or doctor that resembles the modalities of healthcare that we are now moving in and operating in, and we want to grow and expand with inside that. I do not want to go back to something that is going to hurt, harm, or injure me or cause massive symptoms for prolonged times. It took me years to understand that and gain that knowledge, and I expect my doctor to have the same knowledge I have with regards to that, and more, actually supersede me by far in what I've already ascertained. Okay, so this is the new advocacy for oneself. This is your life. This is your trillions of cells that make you you. And no other person, place, or thing who has a certain education, perfect, I'm glad, but you're not me, right? So now it's important to be able to learn how to work in unity to provide that whole soul vitality. No longer just conforming to certain ways of understanding whole health, and that's from my old way of thinking, because trust me, there were certain things I was not open to. And now I'm like, please, because my life was on the line. It really was. And things weren't working. And I was constantly trying what they were offering. So when you learn a general knowledge of self and how this vessel, the trillions of cells that make us, and also die off over a 7-year period and regrow, if we can understand what vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that build us up to make us us, and if we can, keep that and solidify that as long as we possibly can through a diverse blend of things, then we can live truly happily ever after. And that is the journey to grow together with thyself, thy medical, thy mental. So this is it's a layered approach, and I don't want to just have someone who is going to tell me to do this is what I studied, okay? This is what I'm offering, okay? This is what I do. You don't do. I don't. No. I breathe into self. I learn thyself. I understand your wisdom and what you have to offer. Thank you. But nobody gets to dictate what goes into my jug anymore, okay? And advocate for thyself in the most kindest way. So ask those questions, state those answers, and understand that when we go moving into this new stepping forward and, having spots for everybody, making everybody have a wonderful healthcare, which is good. We have to know how to advocate for thyself first and foremost. And what does your health look like to you? What do you want to move on and quantify anew? What do you want to release that you no longer want to put into this beautiful temple? And it's the only thing that we have. When I broke my spine and I couldn't walk and I needed help to do you know how embarrassing that is? Not only that, but then you realize it's not just the embarrassment. I want to be there for my kids. I want to live. I want to be able to move. And I know that I need to keep this fit and healthy and not just pretty and do up the eyes and make it just look like 3D. What does your cells really represent? What does your blood work show? What are you on a holistic quantum realm? Is every single one of your cells working for you or against you? What are you putting in your temple to make sure that holistic and sustains you? One love, raise the water molecule inside you and all the minerals too. Because you're worthy of it. Mellow. Bye. Love you for you.